All right, welcome. Today we're diving into a really powerful philosophy for building a much more stable life. It's all based on Darren Tran's book, Handle Yourself, Let God Handle the Power. And the core idea? It's all about finding strength through this really surprising balance between personal discipline and, well, profound humility. So let's get right into it.
So let me ask you, does this feel familiar at all? You know that constant, just draining exhaustion that comes from trying to control every single thing in your life? Or, hey, maybe it's the total opposite for you, that feeling of being completely powerless, like you're just being tossed around by fate and there's nothing you can do about it? It's a struggle pretty much everyone can relate to.
And this really lays out the two traps we so easily fall into, right? On one side, you've got the control freak, just trying to manage every little outcome, getting anxious and rigid and frankly totally exhausted. Then on the other side, you've got the victim of fate, the person who just blames everything on luck, stays passive, and avoids any real effort. You can see how both of these paths ultimately just lead to a lot of frustration. Okay, so if those two extremes don't work, what's the answer? Well, this brings us right to the core idea we're exploring today, the power paradox. The book makes this fascinating argument that real, genuine strength isn't found at either of those poles. Instead, it's about finding this incredible balance between two abilities that seem like complete opposites.
And here it is. This is the heart of it right here. The greatest strength comes from handling yourself, while having the humility to just stop trying to handle everything else. It's about building insane discipline over the things you actually can control. Your actions, your habits, your own character, while at the same time learning to let go of the idea that you can control everything else. It's such a practical way to build a stronger, much clearer life.
All right, so let's really unpack that, starting with the first piece of the puzzle. The book is super clear on this. Before you can build anything meaningful, I'm talking success, influence, a family, a community, whatever, your first, most fundamental responsibility is to just handle yourself. And the word the book uses for this foundation is self-sufficiency. But it's really important we get this definition right. This does not mean you live like a hermit or never ask for help, not at all. It's about having capability and agency. It means you take ownership, you carry your own weight, and you believe that you are capable of dealing with your own stuff.
And what's really fascinating is that this isn't just some old school philosophy. Modern psychology completely backs this up. You see things like having an internal locus of control. That's literally the belief that your actions shape your life. Or self-efficacy, which is that quiet confidence you build every time you handle a challenge. These aren't just fuzzy concepts. They are actual, trainable skills that are huge predictors of positive life outcomes. And this ancient proverb just says it all, doesn't it? Whoever rules his spirit is stronger than one who captures the city. It's a powerful reminder that the greatest strength isn't about controlling things out there in the world. It's about internal control, mastering yourself. Now that is the real heavy lifting.
Okay, but discipline is only half the story. Let's move to the other side of this paradox, because this is where it gets really crucial. You could become the most disciplined, self-controlled person on the planet, and you will still hit a wall. There's a hard limit, a boundary, to what your personal effort can actually control. And the book uses this amazing analogy of a farmer to make this point. Think about it. What can a farmer control? Well, they can prepare the soil, plant the seed, water the field. That's their job. That's their discipline. But what can't they control? The sun, the rain, the timing of the harvest, the actual magical process of growth itself. For that, they have to let go and trust something beyond their own hard work. And this is such a critical distinction to make. Surrender, in this context, is absolutely not weakness. It's not about giving up. It is a surrender of false control. You're letting go of the crazy idea that you were ever supposed to control the weather in the first place. You're giving up the anxiety, not the effort. So when you bring these two powerful ideas together, that intense personal discipline and that deep humility to let go of outcomes, you get a whole new way of looking at things. You start to see how discipline and humility can actually work together. The book calls this process becoming the vessel. And this really breaks it down into a clear roadmap. Step 1, build that discipline. Get strong enough to really handle yourself. Step 2, accept your limits. Realize you can't command everything. Step 3 flows from that. Attained humility by letting go of that illusion of total control. And only then, step 4, you unlock service. You become this stable, prepared vessel that a greater purpose can actually flow through. Now, this part is so important
because I think it flips the script on how we usually think about purpose. A lot of us wait around for some grand purpose to just show up before we get serious about working on ourselves. This philosophy says, no, 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 it's the other way around. Your responsibility is to prepare the vessel. You focus on your own preparation, and often that purpose only becomes clear after you're ready for it. Which brings us to the big why, doesn't it? I mean, what is all this discipline and stability really for? Why go to all the trouble of building yourself up into something strong and stable? What's the point?
And the answer is both simple and deeply profound. It's for service. That strength you're building, it's not just for you. The highest use of that strength is service. Contribution is what creates meaning. That's the real end game.
And service doesn't have to mean some huge dramatic gesture. A lot of the time service looks, well, it looks ordinary. It's the parent raising their kids with care. It's the teacher helping students really get it. The business owner creating honest jobs, or the worker who just does their task carefully. It's the neighbor who helps maintain the community. It's these everyday acts of contribution that really matter.
And this quote just drives the point home so powerfully. Whoever wants to become great among you must become a servant. Think about that. It completely flips our modern idea of greatness on its head. It suggests that true greatness isn't about how many people serve you, but about how many people you are able to serve. Your ultimate value is found in how useful you are to others. So, we'll end with this question. Something for you to think about. All that hard work, all that self-discipline, it's basically forging you into a strong, capable tool. So the only question that's left is, what is that tool for? What are you going to build with it? Thanks for joining me.